What's up, Facebook family? This is Pastor Batson here with a word to the world in times like these. My prayers that you're doing well. I shared with you all on yesterday that I was going to talk about a thing, interesting thing today called Mulligans. I am a golf player. You can kind of see over my shoulder some of my special golf balls. As you can see, there's not very many because there's not very many special games that I play. Most of them are a waste of time. However, mulligans. A mulligan in the golf world, I even got my little Titleist hat on. Mulligans in the golf world it's like a second shot that you can take without penalty or taking a stroke for the first time that you took the shot. It's like a redo. It's like a do-over shot. And so a mulligan is one of those things where you can mess up, for whatever reason, but you get a second chance to get it right. There's a couple reasons why sometimes we need mulligans in golf. One is because sometimes because we didn't have the right stance. When we lined up, we were not aligned with the ball. And here's the reality. There are times when we are just not aligned with the word. We are not aligned with God's plan. We are not aligned with vision. We're not aligned with where we heard God, what we heard God say about our lives. But and sometimes because of that, God knows he needs to give us a do-over, a mulligan. Sometimes not just because we have the wrong stance or we're not properly aligned. Sometimes it's because we got the wrong grip. That means we don't have a proper understanding. We're not holding on to the things, the values, the things that we know we should be holding on to. Sometimes there are some things that we are holding on to that we should let go, and there are things that we should have let go that we're still holding on to. Either way it goes, or that we are things that we should have attained that we have not gripped yet. So either way it goes, sometimes because of that, sometimes in this life, we need a mulligan. Sometimes in this life, we need a do-over. Sometimes it's because we're just not aligned. Sometimes it's because we don't have a grip. We've not attained the thing that we need. But sometimes it's because we didn't follow through. In golf, you got to follow through. And people will tell you all the time, swing all the way through the ball, follow through. And how many times have we missed out on blessings, missed out on opportunities, missed out on some things, not because we weren't aligned or maybe that we didn't have a good grip. We just didn't follow through. We got the thing, we got the idea, we heard it, but we just never followed through with it. We said we meant it when we said it, but for some reason we just never followed through. Sometimes we're not aligned, sometimes we don't have the right grip. Sometimes we don't follow through. But here's the other thing, and this is a problem for me sometimes. Sometimes you just don't keep your eye on the ball. Every golfer in the world will tell you that how important it is, as they see, to keep your head down, to keep your eye on the prize. This is where you're going. And so many times we swinging, but we can't see what we're swinging at. We want to be debt free, but we have no idea what we're swinging at. We don't know how much money it would even take to be debt free. We want to have a good marriage, but you have no idea what it looks like. You've never had a model, and you're not willing to put the work in to get it done. You want to buy a house, but you're not willing to build your credit. You're not keeping your eye on the goal. You're not keeping your eye on what's important, on what's in front of you. And sometimes because of that, we need a mulligan. But last time, this is most important, this is personal for me, sometimes you didn't take a practice swing. Listen, let me tell you what this means. Because sometimes in golf, before you can actually know what your swing is going to be like, you need to take a practice swing. One of my golf buddies, Reg and Ty and all of them, Ty always tells me, Pastor, take a practice swing. And I had never taken practice swings. I just get out there and hit, for good, bad, or indifferent. I just get out there and go for it. And he said, no, I want you to start taking a practice swing. And the more I started taking a practice swing, the better my score got. The better I began to play. Why? Because I began to understand my motion. I could tell if my grip was right. I could tell if I was lined up right. I could tell if what I was going to do was going to be the right thing. And so let me just tell you something. Every now and then you got to take a practice swing at what you're trying to do. Sometimes you got to to pray about that thing. Sometimes you got to drip. Sometimes you got to ask some questions. Sometimes you have to talk to some experts. Sometimes you got to get some coaching, because sometimes that coach will tell you this ain't the way to go. Don't swing like that. That's not the way you want to go. No, sometimes you have to ask questions, ask experts, ask your pastor, ask your first lady. Pray about them. Pray for them more than you ask them stuff, but pray for them. But it's, as pastor, is this a way that I should be going? Is this how to develop my spiritual life? They may tell you, no, that's not the way. Don't swing like that. Don't hit the ball like that. You want to actually line up a little bit differently, because if you swing like that, the ball is going to go the wrong way. You're going to hit the wrong goal. You're going to get something that you're not aiming for. So sometimes you got to take a practice swing. And I guarantee you one thing, God will get your score right. God will get your score where it's supposed to be, but sometimes you got to take a practice swing. Listen, friends, until next time, I love you, and I'm just trying to tell you, God is exceptionally good, and he's good all the time. Good to see you, my good sister. I love you so much, Sister Alfredia Lee. Hey, Rhonda, Jess, I see you on there. Ty, Cynthia, praying for you, Cynthia, in this season. Teresa, Dree, Kat, love you guys. Peace.